of anesthesia filled the quiet hospital room as he gently fed your father a spoonful of warm soup. He blinked slowly, eyes a little dazed the tumor has changed him, forgetful, childlike, but movement like this. Where he keep looking you with warm and trust, kept you going. My father, daughter, and your son-in-law, he'll pay with me, right? Like in those dramas. A soft broken smile curled on your lips, he nodded. Gently, heart aching, before he could respond, the door sharply opened. You look up to see the head doctor, clipboard in her hand, expression cool and impersonal. Doctor, this is the bill you need to pay as soon as possible. If the dues aren't clear within the week, I'm afraid we can't keep him here much longer. Man, please just give me some time. I'll do anything I can pay. Doctor rolled an eye, clear inconvenience, and slammed the clipboard on the table before walking out of the soft giggle. Mary turned to your father, was frowning at the door, peering at his cheeks in mock anger. Fine, father, that mean lady, I don't like her. Fine, don't worry, Dad. One day we'll pay all the bills and teach her a good lesson. Then your eyes reeled on the clock, 8:45, your heart pounded. Ryan, oh no, my interview. Dad, I'll be back soon. Be good for the nurses. You say goodbye and dash out of the room, determined, floating a chest, this choice. You sprint to the office lobby, nearly sliding on the polished marble floor as soon as you approached the front desk receptionist. You were just in time. Last door to the right, you nod and step into the interview room and freeze for a second. Three people sit behind a long desk, two women in formal business attire, and one man at the center in a sleek jet black coat, his face hidden behind the resume. He lowered it slowly. You saw his handsome face, the nameplate gleamed on the table in front of him. CEO John Jungkook. He stared at you for a long moment with no emotion. He spoke. Jungkook, you are selected. Why, excuse me? One of the HR manager behind him snapped her head toward him. Seojin, sure, but she just entered. You haven't even asked her anything yet. Jungkook, her qualifications speak for themselves, and if you are worried about protocol, I'm the CEO. She'll be working directly under me as a secretary. That gave me the full right to sign. Without another word, Jungkook fixed his cufflink and walked out of the room, leaving the atmosphere thick with confusion, your mind filled with questions. Was this real, or was this for some mistake? Surgeon, you are hired. Report tomorrow morning, and don't be late. Thank you. You could barely contain excitement as he rushed into your father's hospital room, cheek flushed, eyes shining. Why, Dad, I got this job. My father, my daughter's walking. You're so smart. A few hours later, you stood with your father inside a luxurious five-star restaurant, seated in an elegant VIP lounge. You looked around. You couldn't stop smiling either. This felt like a dream. You ordered food with care, making sure it was something a dad will like. The waitress stared at you both, nose wrinkled in clear disgust. Waitress, this is the VIP lounge. You should try the casual restaurant next door. Van, excuse me, waitress. This area is for our high-end guests. People like you don't belong here. Van, we are here to eat. How can you say such thing? Waitress, take a good look at yourself. You're disturbing a customer. Please leave before we call security. Van, why should we leave? I have the money. That's what matters, isn't it? Waitress, money isn't everything. You need class and standard. This place of elegance, not charity. Before you could respond, your father, oblivious to the tension, reached for his glass of water and accidentally knocked it over the table. Water soaked the wire lining, and he laughed loudly, delighted by the splash. Waitress, that's it. You're creating a scene. She snapped her finger, and within movement guards came. You protested, trying to explain, trying to calm them down, but they didn't listen. To grab your father roughly by the arm, and one of them shoved him toward the exit. Wine, hey, don't touch him like that. He's sick. How dare you? Are you even human? You cried and helped your father, his lip trembling. You were feeling humiliated, ashamed, and furious. The next morning you arrived dressed in your best formal attire. You made your way to the top floor, John Jungkook floor. The hallway was sleek, silent, intimidating. You knocked and the deep voice, come in, reached your ears. You stabbing eyes landing on Jungkook, seated behind the black desk, sleeve rolled up slightly. Jungkook, 2 minutes late on your first day. That's bad. Fine, I'm really sorry, sir. My father, nothing. He pushed a thick stack of files across the desk without letting you finish. Jungkook, check all of these. Man, thank you, sir. I'm really grateful for this opportunity. Jungkook, what exactly are you thanking me for? Don't think I gave you this job out of pity. Do your best properly and be on time, or you will be out before you can blink. You nod quickly, bored, and exit his office. In the office break room, Van was quietly making herself a cup of coffee under a sharp shove from behind, caused the hot liquid to spill over her shirt. She gasped, pain prickled her skin from the heat. Susan, oops, didn't see you there. Van, why did you do that? Susan smiled and grabbed a tissue. pressing it roughly against Ryan's chin, tapping far too hard. Ryan, stop it. You did this on purpose. Surgeon, oh please, don't flatter yourself. I'm not interested in petty drama. You better stay in your place or stop throwing accusation. Ryan, you have crossed the line. Surgeon, watch your mouth. I'm the HR manager. How dare you to speak to me like that? Just because Mr. John picked up filthy girl like you think you have rights here? Get this straight. I'm his girl. Suddenly, a commanding voice slashed through her like a brain. Jungkook snapped. Fine, go to my office and call the receptionist for a fresh set of clothes to be sent to you. She nodded and left quickly. Jungkook turned on Sejun. Jungkook, if I ever catch you mistreating any of your coworkers again, especially her, I won't spare you. And you, my girlfriend, give you a look at yourself. You are a prig rolling in dirt, desperate for attention. He walked off his coughing, leaving Sejun frozen in shock, her eyes full with tears. Vance sat stiffly in Jungkook's office, the faint coffee stain still spread across her blouse. She had already told the receptionist when suddenly she got a call. She picked it up. Is this Miss Ryan? This is from the hospital. Your father's condition just turned critical. You need to come here right away. Her heart dropped. She didn't wait, not to explain Jungkook, or not to grab things. It didn't matter anymore. Her heels echo in the silent hallway as she ran. A misstep sent her sprawling across the pavement. Pain shoot through her ankle, and the knees scraped the concrete, but she didn't stop, not for even a second. But the time she reached the hospital, limping and breathless, Doctor stepped out. Doctor, you are Mr. Min daughter. Man, yeah, is he okay? Doctor, he is alive but barely. His mental state is deteriorating along with the tumor. He needs immediate surgery. The cost will be around $5,000. Fine, 5,000. I can't afford it. Can't you make an exception? I'll pay an installment, I promise. The doctor shook his head solemnly. Doctor, we can't risk delay. I'm sorry. He left, but he looked at the side of the father in the ICU, resting and waiting for surgery. He limped back into the building. She hesitated out of Jungkook's office, staring at her breath. Fine, I forgot to inform him. I have to ask. Maybe he'll understand. Just this once. He knocked, and Jungkook looked up. Jungkook stood in the stained clothes. I thought he might change. Fine, I have to rush to the hospital. My father's condition wasn't suddenly. I didn't mean to leave without notice. I know it's not right way to sir, but can I request you a favor? Jungkook, present a favor, then I'll decide. Why can I have a get an advance salary for the whole year? Jungkook, that's against company policy. You are an employee, not an exception. The word hurts like a slap. She nodded slowly. Why, right, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have asked. The office was quiet, save for the soft tapping of Vian's keyboard and the faint hum of the AC. She was working tirelessly. The door opened with a knock. Jungkook, you seem like you're working really hard. I appreciate the efforts, and thanks a lot, sir. His gaze had already dropped to her legs. Her skirt, through modest, couldn't fully hide the ugly wound on her knee. A stream of dried blood had made its way down. His blow flared slightly, a figure of concern breaking through his otherwise emotionless face. Without a word, he reached his coat pocket and placed it gently. The next morning, she entered Jungkook's cabin as he had called her. Jungkook, I can't pay you a year's salary in advance, but I can offer you something else. He slashed the document across the desk toward her. She picked them up as her eyes widened into sleep. It was a contract, a marriage contract. Mine. For 1 year, you will be legal wife. What is this? Sir, is this some kind of joke? Jungkook, it's a way for you to get money, not just thousands or millions, but even billions if it matters to you. Mine, but why me? I'm just an employee, a nobody. There are hundreds of women who would throw themselves at you. Why me? Jungkook, I don't want complication. I don't want a permanent marriage. I just need someone who can be there temporarily, someone to keep my family off my back. They have been forcing me into the back date. They want an heir that solved everything. He was so confused that nothing came out from his mouth. Jungkook, I don't expect your answer now. You have a day. Mine, are you serious about this, sir? He didn't answer, but was sticking to the mind. She gulped and bowed before leaving. You sat alone in your room. She thought of her father lying helplessly in that hospital room, the man who worked double shifts, skipped meals, and slept up late just to ensure she had everything she needed to grow up. He never asked for anything in return, nor was her to give him everything. She made up her mind. The next morning, you walk into Jungkook's office with her heart pounding so hard she feared he could hear it. When I'm really gonna accept the deal. Jungkook showed the paper towards you, but before she could sign, her voice slipped out. Why? But why me? Why not someone rich? Jungkook, you are new. My family doesn't know your face. That make it easier for them to believe we fell in Left privately, it's clear and practical. She nodded, and with a deep breath, she took a pen in her shaking fingers and signed. Jungkook opened his phone and do the transaction to your account. You see the notification, it was real. Her hand covered her mouth, it was soap declared. She bowed repeatedly. Man, thank you, sir, thank you so much, Jungkook. There's no need to thank me. We'll be even soon. He stood and walked to a drawer, pulling out a small black velvet box. He opened it and revealed a diamond ring and handed it to you. Jungkook, you are moving in with me. We are married now. And one more thing, no matter what, don't take this ring off. Understood? You nodded silently, and then he placed it in her palm. Now Vian stood in front of towering iron gate, suitcase in her hand. The address Jungkook had given her wasn't of the house, it was a mansion. As she stepped inside, the automatic door opened 2 minutes more respectfully. Welcome, ma'am. This way, please. She went after them in nervousness. She reached the living room, where Jungkook was on the sofa, reading book. When his eyes met hers, he closed the book and signed toward the front sofa. When you settle down, he said, Jungkook, there are rules for staying here. He placed a paper of rule in front of you and says, Jungkook. And lastly, do not confuse this marriage with anything real. We are only bound by a contract, remembering that you may go to your room now. The maids will show you. When yes, sir, she gets up and leaves after the maid obediently.